What's happening, YouTube? So I got asked, did I like the Montel Williams show? Yeah, it was a good show. He was what I call Mr. Heal the World. He had a good balance. He was an interesting host. Positive outlook. There wasn't even if he did something tabloids or what have you, it was still done with a tact of class. He just had a way of kind of balancing out. He was a bit different, which was refreshing for the talk show scene back in the day, I might add. I like what he did actually. I thought he was pretty good. I watched it, and I did like his show. If I'm honest, I did like his show. Thought his show was, it wasn't mean spirited. It had a nice vibe to it. I thought that, he was a welcome relief to what was going for, you know, talk show hosts at the time because a lot of them veered in different ways and he seemed to keep an upbeat approach. That's how I like to choose to remember the Montel Williams show. I thought that, I thought his show was pretty upbeat. Um, some might look at it kind of sappy. Some might look at it kind of like he was, trying to, but I appeal. But I thought he did a pretty good job with what he was going with it as. I think that it was a real challenge, for a black man to come on network TV and wasn't going to be cliche or wasn't going to, because he wasn't anything like a lot of the shows that were out. He wasn't music related. It wasn't even entertainment related per se. It was just general conversation, which I think struck a chord. I think people were like did respected his candor, his outlook. I think he had a good natural flow. So I liked some of the segments and stuff that he did with his show. I used to watch it. You know, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna sit here and say that I didn't like other shows better for different reasons, but I will say this: he was one of the shows that had a good balance of uplift and in certain dignity that I liked it. So that's how I choose to remember it. And again, that was a very competitive era. There was a lot going on. And anything to try to get the bag, sell the bag, move the bag, be the bag. And he didn't compromise himself. So I thought that that was one of the best things I can say about him. I thought that he was cool with me in that regard. I thought that he meant well, and I thought that he was good folks for that. Because when you watching TV and you seeing all this stuff, they get you to say anything, do anything, be anything, and a lot of them go in a whole different direction. And he didn't do that. He stayed true to what he was doing. So just like I said before, when you remember it in totality, that's how it hits you. And it's like, I can appreciate him, you know, um, because he really did try to make a difference. He tried to be more uplifting. He tried to be more moralistic. And, I that's how I remember him, you know. I don't remember his show being, you know, jive and it wasn't tacky, you know. Just saying. So anyway, let me know what you thought about the Montel Williams show. Did you like it or not? How do you remember in hindsight? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.